Hello. Thank you for watching this video now. And if you do, that means at least one thing, that I'm officially and finally, and I'm so happy for this, I'm back to the YouTube, to the TikTok and all the platforms because I have been postponing these for I would say a few months already. But finally, I decided that there is at least one thing that I've been doing lately on LinkedIn and other platforms that are so beautiful and so profound, and especially for Shopify website brand owners, for allowing them and showing them how exactly they could scale the revenue on the website. But I've been doing these in the written format, in forms like carousels and everything, but I realized this is not enough and it's not so informative, and I am not even able to show all the huge library that I already have. So I decided, why not to launch a new line, a new series of episodes, which is called UX Bytes. The whole premise of these user experience bytes is probably derived from the naming itself. It's user psychology, user experience, and bytes. So basically, it means that all those episodes, they are going to be dedicated to at least one section on your website, which you might not think is going to be very important for the revenue, for the scaling of your brand and everything, but it is. You never know, because you might be thinking, course, that is a small section on the mobile menu, which we're going to be depicting today, or it's probably down the line on the product page, but you never know. Once it is optimized properly as per our suggestions or anything that you can take inspiration from, once you redesign it, once you develop, once you launch a website, A/B test or without, you will see the uplift, the increase in revenue from the very same traffic that you already have. So this is the whole purpose I'm launching this series for. And by the way, I'm not going to be the only one doing this. Occasionally I'm going to be doing this myself, but I'm going to be joined with Tass. And never know, probably the next episode is going to be with us. But let's take a look at this, what we have right now. And today we're going to be looking at one of the websites, and I'm a huge fan of climbing and bouldering, and I'm a huge fan of this brand. This is called Rune. I guess that is a partially French brand, but it's sold, as we can see, in Britain, and it's a beautiful brand. They do have a cool product line, everything is cool. It might seem that it is cool, but when you, and I hope you don't have it in the website, because if you do, that is a good thing for YouTube, because you've been losing the revenue. But right now you can fix that. After this video, you can implement any of those changes any of those proposals, any of those hypotheses that I'm gonna show you. You can implement it on your website, and you're gonna start getting a lot of additional revenue. So that is the mobile broker that is on the Rune site. And you might be thinking, right, so why does it even matter for your business? But it is actually the discoverability of your product and your product line, because you do have a lot of the products on the website, but they are not easily discoverable as you might believe. And one of the places where they can actually find your products, locate anything that is important to them, this is the mobile broker. And whenever you have something like this, it's just a few 5 words, and they might be self-explanatory, right? So I know what's for men, what's for women, what is chalk, what is gear, but I mean, it's not that simple. So, and I'm going to show you in much better ways how you can optimize this particular section. And we've already done it, I would say 7 or 8 times in the past. And we have added immense amount of money just for this section. And a few of these that I'm going to show you, they are right from this library that we have. You can request access to these by just commenting library, and I'm going to send you the access to this masterpiece that we've created separately. They're going to have the websites grouped by segments and some niches, but there's going to be some parts of the website, some sections that you can take inspiration from and add to your website. But let's get back to the business. So to describe the first example, which I'm proposing to you, in case you do have at least like 5+ product categories. So, and I would say not the simplest one. If your product categories are not the most conventional one, which I mean your customers need to be educated, you need to explain what are the differences between your products. They can shop not just by the items, but by the categories, by the results they're looking for. For example, I'm looking for a better sleep. So that is a shopping by category. So this is probably the best solution that you can have for your mobile burger, and you can always see the difference between those two. And especially if you want to promote something, for example, the promotional banner on top, that will give you a lot of the fruits. So feel free to stick to this option. The second one, and I really like this one, that's been probably a month since I stumbled on this product, and I really love their website. And I would say whenever you have probably the very same number of the categories, like let's say 3 to 5 major categories for your brand on your website, which you want to highlight, and let's say within those 3-5 categories, you have about like 5-7 products, that is the best solution for you, because that is how you can have those drop downs. For example, hard bags, serve bags, there's going to be the representation of those particular bags. So what you do for your customers, you allow them to scan, to skim, to see what are exactly your offerings before they fall into those categories, or even further, that is going to be the product, because that is how you eliminate the back and forth friction for your customers, and you increase the likelihood for them to buy, the average order values, and basically your sales. So that is the best solution for you in case you do have those 3 to 5 categories. And I would say that is an even better approach if you position yourself like a premium luxury. That is an even better. And the third one, and I really like it too, and I guess you already see that it's like the brand Miu Miu, and you already know their vibe. But that is a good example for you. I would even say that it's the best example for you whenever you are a proud owner of extremely beautiful and high quality visuals of your products. So that is how you should leverage this piece. You click on any one of those, for example, iconic bags as they are represented, you click on any of those, and this particular mobile burger will be able to show you what are, let's say, top 6 products for this particular subcategory or category. That is how as well you eliminate the friction between getting back and forth between those items, between those categories. That is how you can show and give them the preview of what's going to be the category or subcategory, or if they already like some of those items, they can fall even deeper into those items and increase the likelihood for buying. So those, I would say, the 3 suggestions for you that you can implement on the website. And as you can already see, any one of those is much better than anything in here, but those are not the only ones that we have in our library. As you can see, we do have the mobile mega menu burger. This is the section dedicated specifically for this example, and this section of the website. And if you want to get access to this, please come in the library. I'm going to send it to you. Other than that, that has been the very first episode of the UX Bites. Cheers.